Welcome to the anchorage known as Lake Pier.
I think I'm happy with that after multiple tide cycles.
I think we're just about feeling brave enough to leave the boat now. We've been through a double top high tide and extreme low tide. The boat hasn't gone anywhere. We were a bit nervous last night when we dropped the anchor because we had a wind over tide situation, which meant setting the hook was a bit tricky, but I think the holding here is just so solid that, well, we haven't gone anywhere. So therefore, we've got the flood tide coming in now. We're going to be like this for a good few hours. I don't think we're going anywhere at all. So we're going to jump in the dinghy and we're going to go explore. Let's go have a look around.
Oh yeah, you do. There you go.
With a lovely beach to land your dinghy within touching distance of your boat, it doesn't take long to wander into the delightful offerings of the British countryside.
So Colin and I are just taking Hank for a stroll. We found this really beautiful lake just set back behind the harbour. Oh, this is a really lovely spot. Do you know this would be a great spot to come down to with a little bit of lunch, have a little picnic or something down here. Feels like a lake in the middle of a forest. Awesome. It's amazing, you know, there are some people out there who genuinely don't believe from watching these videos that Hank is adequately exercised. Come on. Are you picking a fight with me? Are you? That place isn't too shabby, huh? What an amazing little anchorage. You've got great holding. The beach is literally a stone throw from the boat. You've got a lake and a forest just behind that. And then if you fancy going for a little bit of a walk, it's like maybe half-hour walk tops, then you end up in this beautiful park of this brilliant Georgian home. These amazing grounds, and there's animals, there's nature, there's just a great spot to come and rest your soul. Awesome stuff. Into our incredibly generous Patreon fund there, Hank, to get you that little treat. Yeah. You're going to say thank you? Are you going to say thank you to the patrons?
Nuts. Yeah.
Alright. Thank you, patrons. And after a whole morning and afternoon exploring on a hot summer's day, we all agreed on maybe a slightly less strenuous trip back to the anchorage. Now, it was time to enjoy one final sunset and a walk along the beach before setting sail in the morning to another all-new destination.
Morning.
It's time for us to move somewhere new today. You fancy going on some new adventures? Is that what you want? Let's do what you want.
Poole Harbour really is a bit of a playground for the rich and famous. And even if not famous, definitely rich. Why not? So we're just about to go past the infamous chain ferry now. I've been hearing some real horror stories about the chain ferry, but basically one of the rules of the road here is as you're entering or exit past the chain ferry, even if your sails are up, you really need to do so with your engine running because the tide can rip through here. And yeah, if you haven't got your engine running and you somehow lose control of your vessel, the chain ferry ain't stopping. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it says that in the almanac, but if not, good will have found me. I'm actually a bit nervous about this.
Yeah, well don't lose it. Don't do it if you don't think it's right.
It feels good, it feels good. This is the first time flying it since the crash.
Oh God.
Alright, so a couple of top tips when landing the drone. If you're going to put a stick on it, somebody came up to me the other day and said their drone went mad but they put a stick on it. The trick is you need to turn all the sensors off. I know that sounds scary, but you've got to put your big boy pants on, turn all the sensors off. You should be fine, there's not much to bump into around here. Turn all your sensors off and the stick will be fine, and then bring your drone in nice and slowly. Start off being parallel, work out the speed where you're parallel, and then just ever so slightly tweak the angle and the drone will slowly work its way into you. Now another trick to not panic is start thinking about bringing your drone back once you're down to 50% battery. If you haven't got all the shots you want 50% battery, I don't know what to tell you. But with 50% battery there'll be no alarms going off and you get plenty of opportunities to try and try again. Here we go. And for those of you that are wondering why I'm kissing my drone, other than being very happy to have it back, a lot of people say just turn the drone upside down. That doesn't work when you have all the sensors turned off, so it'll just keep going nuts. So you basically have to pull your joy pads down diagonally away from each other, and that will shut it off. And I'm obviously doing one diagonally down with my mouth and then the other with my thumb, and that's how I get it off. And that's how we successfully launch and retrieve the drone all the time. Anyway, top tip, hope that's helped. So I appreciate there's a whole bunch of you that watch this who know an awful lot about sailing. Probably way more than we do. Almost certainly way more than we do. But I also realise that some of you out there are watching this with no idea how to sail. Some of you might be watching with the idea that maybe you want to give this sailing life a go. Others might just be friends and family who don't really care about the sailing. They're just interested in where we're going. So let me explain what's just happened there. We've done what's known in the sailing world as a tack. to break that down for you in simple terms, that means we've basically gone 4 miles in the wrong direction so that we can then go 4 miles in the right direction. Simple, right?
And after making one very long tack offshore, that then gave us the perfect single point of sail all the way into our new anchorage, where we would now drop the anchor before jumping into the water to find some relief from the sweltering hot summer sun. Although we'd also be swimming down to check that the anchor has indeed set properly, as well as observe the seabed so we can accurately update our anchorages section on Cadoha.com. And as always, a huge thank you to all of our supporters on Patreon who are enabling us to be able to build this resource as well as make these videos. And I want to personally welcome and thank Tom Hawkins for joining the Cadoha family over on Patreon this week. Thanks, matey. Honestly, it means the world. Be sure to join us next time as we explore this new amazing anchorage from above as well as below the water. And if you haven't done so already, then be sure to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget that notifications tab, and we will see you next time. Bye for now.